I'm still sick, but I'm at work on break. And I just got finished watching the HBO documentary, The Heart of Gold. And it's just something that needs to be talked about on this channel and every channel, to be honest. Welcome to another edition of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Hello, welcome to this sad, heavy edition of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. I just got finished watching the HBO documentary, USA Gymnastics Heart of Gold, and it's something that we need to talk about on this channel. And this is a heavy subject, so I know I have a lot of young viewers. This is something that I'm going to ask you not to watch. I'm asking for adults to view this video. This isn't the typical gymnastics conversation that we're going to have right now. I'm on break from work. I said that earlier, so I don't have all day to talk about this. So I'm devastated by this documentary. And they went all the way back until they started off the documentary with Shannon Miller on vault, and she got hurt. Well, she was already slightly hurt, but she, wasn't able to continue after the first vault in I believe it was night 2 of the U.S. Gymnastics trials. And she was hurt. She was crying. And the moment they said, okay, let's bring you to the bat so Larry Nassar can check on you, she immediately said, nope, 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 I'm fine, got up and walked away like nothing ever happened. And I'm sorry, this is our fault as USA Gymnastics fans. Like, I just can't. We could blame the Carollis. We could blame the University of Michigan. We could blame a lot of people. And I'm going to get into all of these details in this videos. But my first people that I'm going to blame for this happening is us as the fans. We want Team USA to win, but they can't win at all costs. They can't win at the cost of letting the devil have their way with the girls, if that makes any kind of sense to you. I feel like the fans and their need for Team USA to be number one has put USA Gymnastics in a position of we're going to win at all costs. We don't give a damn who we're hurting or what rules we have to break. We are going to win. Well, not necessarily rules we have to break, but who lives we're going to destroy in the process of trying to win. And it's just so sad. It's so disheartening as a fan. And I've been a fan of this sport. I say this all the time. I discovered this sport in 1992 at the 1992 Summer Olympics. I was watching this little young chocolate girl named Dominique Dawes, and I fell in love with the sport. And eventually, I went back through older competitions, newer competitions, and I'm as a fan, I'm disgusted. As a fan, I'm just okay. Chasing chickens. First of all, they knew Larry Nassar was a pedophile since 1997. That's the year after the 1996 Olympics. So, how many years before 1997 was Larry Nassar abusing the girls? And was it all the girls? And if and we tell young ladies to tell when something happens. We tell children, boys and girls, to tell when something happens to you. Well, this young lady did tell, and she was not believed, and he was continued to be promoted and allowed to flourish in the sport. Part 2, John Getter, you are a disgusting piece of shit, and I hope your spot in hell is the hottest, because first of all, you intimidated, you bullied these little girls. You thought you was Bella Caroli on steroids, homie. Like, you thought you was gonna, and then you finally got one. You finally got one, Jordan Reber. And look what you did to her career. You ruined it. You aren't the success story. You are a horrible, horrible coach because you could not get out of your stubborn ways and change one balance beam routine to make it worth as difficult, worth as much difficulty as you thought it should have been worth. You are a horrible, disgusting coach, and I hope you are never allowed to coach for USA Gymnastics again. Um, and the thing is, if John Getter knew, right? And see, now this is my problem with the documentary. And I know I'm rambling. I know I'm going off in several places, and that's just what this video is going to give today. I'm still sick. I said that at the beginning of this video. The girls was openly in camps and in training talking about the things that Larry Nassar was doing to them. So you telling me none of the coaches knew? And see, now this is where I'm going to go back and say, there's one particular coach that I'm pretty sure he knew because he was able to protect his child from being molested from this monster. How can you protect your child and not protect other gymnasts? Like, this is this. John Getter, you are trash. You are a trash. You are a piece of trash. You do not deserve to be a coach of fucking the dog Olympics, let alone human beings. Like, you are a trash. And I'm never gonna wish harm on somebody else's child. But John Getter, you have it coming to you. You bred this monster. This monster worked for your gym. This monster was doing this to your particular gymnast. At least the girls on the national team who weren't your personal coach, they were only subjected to him every couple of months. But your gymnasts were subjected to him 24/7, 7 days a week. Like, you are disgusting. You are a piece of trash. Um, the Carolis. I'm a fan of the Carolis. I'm not gonna lie. Their gymnasts were always successful, but this is again where I say us fans have to take the blame of it. Just because they produced a lot of successful gymnasts, their methods of getting those girls to be successful was horrible. Horrible. Disgusting. And I just don't understand if as fans we can justify it anymore. This whole decade between 2000 and now, like, how can we justify the greatness of the sport for what we know the girls had to sacrifice to be where they're at? Like, if you get where I'm coming from, like, moving on. Because I thought nobody really said nothing or tried to do it until like 2015. I knew Maggie Nichols were one of the main persons who put this into the forefront. I didn't realize how it happened. Maggie Nichols literally said in the middle of a training camp at the Crowley Gyms, Larry Nassar stuck his fingers in my woo-ha, and her and Allie Racing heard of it, and Maggie Nichols' coach came over and started to try to do something because she legitimately did not know this is what the treatment was. And then this is another thing. The parents of the gymnasts, right? This man was literally had his fingers in your daughter's vaginas, and y'all was so enamored with the sport that you couldn't tell what was going on. Like, this was just cool with y'all. Like, I get it now. In hindsight, it's 2020. Everybody sees the clear picture now, but so many people felt these girls. Like, it's so sad. My heart is broken. Um, the whole team between 2010 all the way up to 2016 is tainted to me. I can never look at none of these gymnasts, none of these competitions the same because they were the most violated. He felt like he was God himself at that point in time. He was just doing it to everybody, and it was just so disgusting. It just hurts. It hurts. It hurts as a fan. Um, More people need to be in jail. More people need to be in prison. John Getter, you should be next. Um, but the former head of USA Gymnastics, something Penny, I can't, Steve Penny, you should be in prison right along with them asses. The University of Michigan administrations, y'all should be in jail. Like this, it needs to go down. It needs to go down. I understand now why the girls are so disappointed with USA Gymnastics. They aren't doing anything. They're still trying to cover this shit up. And like Larry Nassar wasn't as much of a problem as he was. Larry Nassar is destroying USA Gymnastics still. I love gymnastics, and watching this, I would never put my child in gymnastics, and that hurts my heart because as a fan who was always too fat to do the sport, I was always hoping to have a little girl to put into the sport, but now I would never put my daughter in gym. Never. Never. Not that level of gymnastics, at least. Maybe NCAA level, level 10, but never. Um, it hurts my heart to see how many girls tried to stop this, but all USA Gymnastics and the University of Michigan kept telling them this was a legitimate medical treatment. Bitch, put your daughter and let Larry Nassar treat your daughter's sprained ankle, and you tell me if it was a legitimate medical necessity. Um, I'm just disgusted. So, what do I think needs to change to improve the sport in the future? I do think USA Gymnastics is most successful when there are camps and an organized system, right? I just think everybody who's involved in USA Gymnastics, even now in 2019, need to be fired and they need to start all the way over. Like, for example, I don't understand why Amy Chow can't be the team doctor. She's a surgeon, she's a former Olympian, she's a gold, silver, and bronze medalist. Why can't she be the team doctor? Why can't um, Coach Val be the national head coach? Um, Why can't the National Trainer Center be at Simone Biles' gym? Simone Biles actually on her own gym. Why not? She's the greatest gymnast of all time. Why not hold camps at Simone Biles' gym? Why not, when Simone Biles retire, let Simone Biles, Ali Raceman, and a number of other gymnasts be the girls' representatives that aren't trying to push the girls to win gold medals. They're just there to protect the girls. We need a gymnast safety procedure that has nothing to do with winning. It's just there to protect the girls. When the girls are injured, the girls need to sit down until their injuries heal. Yes, it may stop them from being on an Olympic team, but at least they can walk. Um, I'm happy that Valeri and Mihai and Chow, all these other people ran and scattered like mouse. But via this documentary, there's no way that these men did not know what was going on to these athletes. There is no way. There is no way. There's just no way. There is just no way. None of the coaches on the national team did not know. Or, okay, they may have not known the full extent of what was going on, but they had to know something was wrong. Why was Larry Nassar doing private sessions on your gymnast in his home in his basement? What kind of medical treatment was that? Or was it that Larry Nassar told y'all always, oh, her injury isn't so bad. Oh, I could get her to compete. And because he was telling y'all the things that y'all wanted to hear, y'all overlooked all the horrible stuff that Larry Nassar was doing to your actual athletes. The saddest part and the most sickest part to me is this. I know that these families pay these coaches on top of all of this. So these coaches work for these young girls. And that's the part that these young girls, I wish, would understand that no, these coaches work for you. You do not work for these coaches. These coaches have to listen to you because you pay their bills. If you guys can stop going to them, they will have to either go to another country or find another career path. Um, I honestly believe USA Gymnastics need a separate division of the sport. That is elite gymnastics. But for girls who are, because it's, again, it's only 5 girls who's going to make the Olympic team every year. Every girl don't need to be put under intense scrutiny of elite gymnastics training when that's just not going to be your goal. And and with these 5 girls, there's only possibly 10 girls in the whole nation that have even a chance to make the Olympic team. So what about the rest of the girls? They just need a separate program, a separate system to get them ready for the NCAA's. Because guess what? Each NCAA team have at least 10 gymnasts per team, and maybe more than that. 10 gymnasts per team, and there's at least 20, 30 NCAA schools. So that's like 300 something gymnasts that get to compete. That you don't need to put the scrutiny of the Olympic Games because it's just never going to happen for them. It's just so heartbreaking, this whole documentary. It's called The Heart of Gold. It came on HBO. I think it's on YouTube now still. I might try to post a link to it for those who haven't seen it. Um, you just have to watch the very beginning when Shannon Miller hurt her knee and then it was trying to take her in the back and she was like, nope, she got up. Because Shannon Miller was already, I think at that time in 2000, was already 23. She'd been to 2 Olympics, and I'm sure she was already having sex, and she knew what sexual violation was, and she knew what would happen. That what Larry Nassar would try to heal her knee from the insides of her vagina, which is just so disgusting. Um, if the FIG and the Olympic Committee banned USA Gymnastics from Olympics because of this scandal, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think that's the level of punishment that is needed. I know for that generation of girls who would be very hurtful that their Olympics would be taken away from them, but USA Gymnastics need to understand that the girls come first. Everything else comes second, the girls come first. Mm. No parent should leave their child alone with these coaches. And I don't give a damn. Maybe you have to change gyms and go to a less famous gym. That, but if your daughter's talent is talented enough, no matter what gym she goes to, she's gonna be able to make the team. I.e., Jay Carrie. Jay Carrie didn't come from a big gym. She came from her dad's gym, and she's still doing it. Oh my gosh, it's just disgusting. So leave your opinions. I'm gonna try to leave the link to the docu series. Thank you for watching this serious edition of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Now I have to get back to work.